There's something incredibly powerful about facing your pain head on, not avoiding it, not pretending it doesn't exist, but truly sitting with it, feeling every ache, every tear, every ounce of betrayal. That kind of honesty takes strength. When someone plays you, manipulates your trust, breaks promises, and walks away without looking back, it leaves a wound, and it's okay to admit that. It's okay to say, I'm hurt, I'm angry, I didn't deserve this, because you didn't. Acknowledging that pain is the first step toward healing. It's not weakness, it's courage, but here's the truth you need to remember. Your pain is a chapter, not the entire story. You cannot build a life around someone who shattered you. You cannot set up camp in heartbreak and call it home. You have to feel it, learn from it, and then eventually let it go. Not because it wasn't real, not because it didn't matter, but because you matter more. The person who hurt you took enough. Don't give them your future too. Every tear you cried has meaning. Every sleepless night, every overthought message, every second you questioned your worth. Those moments are not wasted. They are proof that you loved deeply, that you cared genuinely, and that your heart was real in a world that sometimes isn't. But now it's time to shift, to stop asking why it happened and start asking what you're going to do with the lessons it taught you. Because there's always a lesson. Maybe it's about setting boundaries. Maybe it's about trusting your gut. Maybe it's about not giving someone more chances than they deserve. Whatever the lesson, claim it. Grow from it. Don't let it make you bitter. Let it make you better. Holding on to pain doesn't punish the person who hurt you. It only delays your own peace. You can't rewrite what happened, but you can rewrite what happens next. You have a choice. You can let what they did define you, or you can define yourself by how you rise. And rising doesn't mean pretending everything is fine. It means slowly, quietly, powerfully putting yourself back together piece by piece, stronger and wiser than before. There is something extraordinary that happens when you finally say, "This happened to me, but it will not destroy me." That's when healing begins. That's when the pain starts to lose its grip on you. That's when you start to see the light again, even if it's just a flicker, and the more you feed that light, with self, love, with purpose, with resilience, the brighter it becomes. You owe it to yourself to move forward. Not for him, not for revenge, but for your own soul. The life you're meant to live is still waiting. The dreams you set aside while loving someone who didn't deserve you, they're still valid. You can still become everything you ever imagined. Maybe even more. Don't let this chapter be the end. Let it be the turning point. So yes, own your pain. Let it teach you, guide you, transform you. But don't unpack your bags and live in it. Don't let it steal more time than it already has. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become after. And when you rise from that darkness with your head high and your heart intact, you'll realize your power was never gone. It was just waiting for you to remember who you are. Stop asking why he did it. Stop torturing yourself with the same question, turning it over in your mind like a puzzle you're desperate to solve. The truth is, no answer will ever be good enough. No explanation, no excuse, no apology will ever make the betrayal feel less cruel or the pain feel more justified. He did what he did because of him, not because of you, and chasing the why will only keep you stuck in a story that no longer deserves your energy. We think if we could just understand the reason, we could move on. If we could just get closure, everything would make sense. But here's the truth. Closure doesn't come from the person who broke you. It comes from you. When you finally decide to stop needing answers from someone who never respected your worth in the first place. He lied, he cheated, he played you, he left. Maybe he was scared of real love. Maybe he never had the maturity to handle someone as real as you. Maybe he just didn't care. And as brutal as that is to hear, sometimes people hurt you simply because they can. He did it because he could get away with it. Because he thought you'd forgive him again and again. Because he didn't have the courage to be honest or the strength to walk away before causing damage. Or maybe he never valued the relationship like you did. Maybe he just wasn't capable of the kind of love you were giving. That's not your fault. That's not a reflection of your value. That's a reflection of his emptiness. The truth is, People don't always treat you the way you treat them. And that's a hard lesson to learn. You gave your best, you loved hard, you believed in him, in the future, in what you were building together, but he didn't show up in the same way. That's on him. That's his loss. And the sooner you stop trying to understand the choices of someone who couldn't even be honest with himself, the sooner you'll find peace. Every time you ask, why did he do it, you reopen the wound. You give him space in your mind, in your heart, in your present, and he's already taken too much. The more you try to make sense of his nonsense, the more power you give away. Let it go. Not because it didn't matter, but because you matter more. You don't need to understand why someone chose to hurt you in order to heal from it. You just need to decide that their behavior says everything about them, and absolutely nothing about your worth. It's not your job to fix him, to diagnose him, or to make excuses for him. It's your job to protect your peace, to pick up the pieces of your heart and carry them into a future where your love is reciprocated, respected, and never taken for granted again. Stop looking for reasons where there are only red flags. Stop replaying the past hoping the ending will change. It won't. But you can. You don't need to know why he did it to move on. You just need to know that you deserve better. And one day, you'll look back and realize that walking away from that question was the beginning of everything good that followed. He played you, but you freed yourself. And there is no better revenge than peace that no one can shake. Silence is your superpower in a world that screams for attention, where people overshare pain and shout their heartbreak into the digital void. Choosing silence is an act of quiet rebellion. It's strength disguised as stillness. When someone plays you, uses you, lies to you, walks away without explanation, your first instinct might be to react, to defend yourself, to make noise, to show the world that you were wronged. But the truth is, the most powerful response is no response at all. Because silence isn't weakness, it's control. You see, silence makes people uncomfortable. It forces them to sit with their own guilt, their own actions, their own conscience. When you go quiet, they can no longer feed off your pain. They can't argue with you. They can't twist your words or manipulate your emotions. They're left with only themselves, and that is often their greatest punishment. Your silence becomes a mirror, reflecting everything they did and everything they lost. Silence also protects your energy. After heartbreak, your emotions are raw, you're vulnerable. Every message you send, every angry word you speak, pulls you deeper into a story that no longer serves you. Silence creates space to breathe, to think clearly, to remember who you were before they tried to break you. It gives you time to heal without the constant noise of their presence. And in that space, something magical happens. You begin to hear yourself again. Your voice, your truth, your power. When you stop explaining yourself to someone who never tried to understand you, you reclaim your dignity. When you stop fighting for someone who walked away so easily, you protect your heart. You don't owe them a breakdown. You don't owe them a monologue. You don't need to convince anyone of your worth. Let them wonder. Let them replay everything they did. Let your silence haunt them in ways words never could. And while they're busy guessing, you're busy growing. You're pouring into yourself. You're finding joy in the little things again. You're discovering parts of you they never took the time to see. You're building a life that doesn't include their name, their drama, or their damage. That transformation, the one they'll never get to witness, is your silent victory. People underestimate silence because they think it means you have nothing to say. But real ones know silence is the loudest statement you can make. It says, I'm done explaining, I'm done begging, I'm done participating in my own destruction. It says, I'm healing, I'm choosing peace, I'm not playing this game anymore. And the beautiful part, you don't have to fake anything. You don't have to post selfies with forced smiles or pretend to be over it. You don't have to act like you're okay when you're not. Just be still. Let the world move around you while you move within. Your silence is your sanctuary. It's where you get strong again, where you stop reacting and start rebuilding. Eventually, the person who played you will notice, maybe not right away, maybe not in the way you imagined. But there will come a moment, a song, a smell, a memory, when they realize you've gone silent, and in that moment they'll feel the weight of what they lost. not because you screamed it in their face, but because you walked away with grace. Let them talk, let them guess, let them spin their version of the story. You don't need to correct the record. You're not in court, you're in recovery, and the most powerful testimony you'll ever give is the life you build without them. So choose silence, not out of fear, but out of power, because nothing is louder than the sound of a woman who walked away and never looked back. Make success your statement. Let it be the loudest thing they hear about you after they played you, hurt you, doubted you, and walked away thinking you'd crumble. Let it be the thing that makes them pause, makes them question, makes them regret. Not because you did it to prove something to them, but because you finally did everything for you. Success doesn't always come in grand gestures. Sometimes it starts in the quiet moments, the ones where you choose to get out of bed when your heart is still heavy. The ones where you decide to pour your energy into something that builds you instead of breaks you. The ones where you turn pain into fuel. That's where it begins, not in revenge, not in proving them wrong, but in proving yourself right. They expected you to fall apart, to spiral, to become the version of you they convinced themselves you were, emotional, weak, dependent, but here you are, standing tall in your truth, rebuilding from the ground up with fire in your soul. Every move you make now, every achievement, every goal checked off your list, becomes part of your silent declaration. You didn't break me, you built me. Success isn't about flaunting. It's not about trying to make them jealous or watching their reaction. It's about stepping fully into your own life, your own purpose, without needing their validation. You don't need to scream, "Look at me now." Just let your actions speak. Let your glow do the talking. Let your happiness, your independence, your growth do what words never could. Think about what lights you up. Think about what you once put on hold to make room for someone who never made room for you. Go back to those dreams, revisit those goals, whether it's building a business, going back to school, starting a creative project, traveling the world, or just learning to love your life again, do it. Do it for the version of you that stayed loyal through the heartbreak. Do it for the version of you that thought their love would be enough. Do it for the version of you that almost forgot who she was. Success isn't just about titles, money, or applause. It's about peace. It's about healing. It's about being able to look in the mirror and say, "I didn't just survive. I thrived. It's about living a life that feels full even if no one's watching. And yes, eventually, people will notice, especially the ones who never thought you'd rise. The ones who played games with your heart, thinking you were just another moment in their life, not realizing they were losing a woman who could have been their entire future. They'll see you eventually, whether it's your name in a room they no longer have access to, your smile in a place they thought you'd never reach, or your energy radiating in ways they can no longer touch. And when that moment comes, it won't matter what they think, because you'll already be too far ahead to look back. Let your journey be the statement. Let your peace be the proof. Let your success be the echo that lingers in their silence. Not because you're chasing their attention, but because you finally learned to put yourself first. They played you, fine, but now you're playing the long game, and trust me, you're winning. Level up inside and out, not for him, not to prove a point, not to make anyone regret losing you. Do it because you deserve to see the highest version of yourself come to life. Do it because you owe it to yourself to rise from the pain with more strength, more purpose, and more love for who you are than ever before. When someone plays you, when they lie, manipulate, take your love for granted, it's easy to internalize that damage. You start wondering if you were too much or not enough. You carry that doubt like a weight, but here's the truth. What they did was never a reflection of your value. It was a reflection of their emptiness. So now it's time to stop shrinking, stop questioning your worth, and start evolving, because nothing is more powerful than a woman who turns her heartbreak into her rebirth. Leveling up doesn't mean throwing on a new outfit and pretending you're fine. It starts within. It begins in the quiet decision to no longer accept less than you deserve from others or from yourself. It means getting brutally honest about what you want, what you believe, and how you love yourself. Start there. Ask yourself, what have I been tolerating? What boundaries did I let slide? What dreams did I put on the shelf while trying to keep someone else happy? Then take your power back, one decision at a time. Work on your mind. Feed it with things that nourish you. Books, podcasts, learning something new. Find wisdom in your pain. Let it guide you to your purpose, not drag you into bitterness. Heal the wounds you kept ignoring. Go to therapy, journal, meditate, get to know the real you, not the version shaped by someone else's love, but the one who exists with or without it. Then level up your environment. Surround yourself with people who see your worth without needing to be reminded. Cut off energy that drains you. Choose spaces that encourage your growth. Say no without guilt. Say yes to things that scare you, in the best way. Reclaim your time, your focus, your passion. And yes, take care of your body too, not out of revenge, not to fit into some box of what you think you should be, but because you deserve to feel strong and beautiful in your own skin. Move your body. Nourish it, rest when you need to, dress in a way that makes you feel powerful, sexy, unstoppable, not for anyone else's validation, but because you look in the mirror and feel it for yourself. There's something sacred about this kind of transformation. When you level up inside and out, people notice, not just your ex, everyone. They feel the shift in your energy. They see the glow they never appreciated. And while some might miss the old you, the version who tolerated less, gave more than she got, and stayed silent through the hurt, you won't miss her, because now you've met the woman who doesn't settle, doesn't chase, and doesn't break for anyone. Leveling up isn't a one-time thing, it's a lifelong choice. It's waking up every day and deciding to choose yourself, to show up for your goals, to create joy in your own life, to rise, regardless of who shows up for you. And once you tap into that, no one can take it from you again. They thought you'd fall apart, but instead you evolved, and the person who once played you, they won't recognize who you've become. That's not your concern anymore. You're too busy building a life so full, so vibrant, so unapologetically that there's no room left for regret, only growth, only power, only forward. Choose love again. But this time, start with you. After everything you've been through, after all the pain and confusion and disappointment, it would be easy to close your heart, to say never again, to build walls so high no one could ever reach you. And for a while that might even feel necessary. You've earned your right to protect your peace, but one day you're going to want to feel again. You're going to want to trust again, and when that day comes, don't go looking for love in someone else's eyes. Look in the mirror, that's where it starts. You've given love to people who didn't value it. You poured your time, your patience, your soul into someone who didn't hold it with care. You showed up, day after day, believing that your consistency would be enough to teach someone how to love you. But love doesn't work that way. You can't force someone to meet you at your level. You can't convince someone to respect what they don't recognize as valuable. What you can do is learn from it. Learn that your heart is sacred. Your love is not something to hand out in hopes of being seen. It's something to guard, cherish, and give only when it's truly earned. Start with yourself. Start by loving the parts of you that you used to hide, the parts you thought were too much or not enough. Love the version of you that cried in the dark and still got up the next morning. Love the one who stayed soft, even when life tried to harden her. Speak kindly to yourself. Forgive yourself for not knowing better before. Applaud yourself for walking away from what didn't serve you, even if it hurt. Loving yourself isn't just bubble baths and self-help quotes. It's boundaries. It's saying no to people who drain you, and yes to things that light you up. It's being honest about your needs, even when your voice shakes. It's not chasing people who treat you like an option. It's treating yourself like the priority you are every single day. When you love yourself, you stop settling. You stop trying to earn scraps of affection from people who only show up when it's convenient. You stop explaining your worth to people who refuse to see it. You stop trying to fix what you didn't break, and something shifts. You begin to attract different energy, people who speak your language, who respect your space, who admire your strength. Not because you're begging for it, but because you've become the kind of person who expects nothing less. Yes, love again, but don't rush it. Don't seek it to fill a void. Let it find you in the fullness of who you've become. Let it complement you, not complete you. The right love will never require you to abandon yourself to keep it. It will celebrate you exactly as you are, and it starts with you doing the same. Don't let one person's inability to love you define what you believe about love itself. Don't let their failure make you fear something beautiful. Love is still out there, real, deep, honest love. But before you give it to someone else again, make sure you're giving it to yourself first. The way you deserve to be loved, without hesitation, without conditions, fully and freely. So take your time, heal slowly, but don't give up on love. Just shift your direction, choose love again. But this time, let it begin where it always should have, within you. Because when you love yourself the way you once loved the wrong person, you'll never settle for less again.